Hi, everybody. It's Cassie Oberg in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, and I am here to do our Wednesday YouTube. I'm really excited because we are going to do some fun stuff with my new absolute favorite collection. Now, I know I call a lot of things my favorite, but I have been trying really hard to reserve it for my things that are truly my favorite. So, this Full of Wonder collection is so beautiful that I think you could really do anything with it and make it be absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to head over to my desktop and we're just going to do some fun things with it. And let's head on over there. Okay. Okay, so we are just going to talk about how to do this very simple page and how to make some of these fun little things that I did happen, like this banner looking like it's waving in the wind, the shadowing. We're going to talk about how to get the different colors on here. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to just go ahead and do this page, and you will see how simple it is. Now, I just want to show you that this collection is so pretty that I probably could have done anything with the collection and made it look wonderful. So it has nothing to do with my genius and everything to do with our designers. Oh my goodness. I am just in love with the products lately. So let's just put this over and bring my trimmer. So the first thing that I did was super simple, cut a 4.5-inch strip. And I went with a 4.5-inch strip because then I could mat. This is a 4x6, making this a 5 3/4 by 3 3/4 picture. And then this is a 4 by 4 1/4, making this a 3 3/4 by 4 1/4 picture. And that way we had a little room for this cute little title up top, and we could mat these pictures in the white and see how that really pops. Matting really does make everything pop. So that's the first thing we did. We just took a 4.5-inch strip. Simple. And then taped it right down, and we did, I think I did a 1/4 of an inch. Let me measure it just to be sure. Yep, 1/4 of an inch. So. And that's why I love working right on these mats, because you can make it the same every time really fast without spending a whole lot of time measuring and stressing. So I put the lighter, put that side on the downside on the other side. This is going to be the opposite page, so I'm actually going to mirror it because it's going to be a 2-page spread. So I'm going to mirror it right here, and I'm going to talk about how to get those banners to line up on the two sides. So there, we put that down, and then we're going to be able to mat some pictures right here, and it's going to go perfectly across the page. Okay, so then the next thing you probably want to know about is how to do this banner, because this is just a 4x6 picture matted by 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then another 4x6 matted by 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So super simple. I don't need to do those on the air, and I added embellishments. So what you really need to know is how to do the shadowing, the extra colors, and how to make the banner look like it is waving in the wind. So let's go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to move this out of my way. Oh, and how to line it up so it's going to connect up with this one. That's another fun thing we're going to talk about. So I already have my white cut. I am just going to use a scrap of black. What's really nice is when you're doing a technique like this, don't feel like you have to waste your full 12-inch strips of paper. Remember that if you're just doing a little corner of something, then go ahead and use up your scraps. You should have simple folders stuffed full of scraps of paper in every color. And that way, you are making the most of your paper. You're not pulling a new sheet out every time. I found before I got my paper all nice and organized, every single time I went to do something, I was pulling out another sheet of cardstock, and that's just silliness, right? Okay, so I already have my white one here, and I just cut my black one. I will go over how to line those, how to use this for those that have never used it with my next punch. Sometimes I forget to do that because I just assume everybody's used it. But I will go over that if you're feeling a little lost. Don't worry. So now the next thing I need to do is I need to just kind of shadow this. So I'm going to put my tape right down on here. And I'm going to go like this and just give myself that little bit of a shadow going across. And the great thing about the repositionable tape is that I can then kind of wipe off what I don't need. And now I'm going to snip this. And I don't have to be real precise because when we put it across the page, we're gonna snip it again. Okay, so now we are going to punch a few. I'm going to just use this scrap paper because I just need some of these banners. So I'm going to put it up. Now, the thing that you need to know is that these punch between the black lines. If it's not a frame punch, then really what you're trying to do is punch between the black lines. And if you're trying to get it to line up in a different spot, then you can move it over. And I talk about that in some of my other videos if you want to go back and watch. But this is the area that's going to punch. And then you're going to get what's up here is going to be what comes out. I'm going to see if I can just use up this little tiny scrap. So I'm going to bring it across and I'm going to put it up in there and punch. And then I'm just going to move it across and you line it up over here on this blue side. See how it lines the pattern up? And then I'm going to hold it up against the top over here. And it's really important that you do that because if you don't, it will wiggle and then it'll punch crooked. That one isn't quite so important for what we're going to do with this. If it had been crooked, it's not a big deal because what we are going to do is cover up these little banners. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to harvest some banners that are the colors that I want. And I'm just going to come over here and put a little repositionable tape down and tape that down. And it doesn't have to be all right in a row. I could harvest to get a different darker color right away out of this one. And this one can come here. I have my leftovers from what I punched earlier for the last one over here. And so maybe I want this one. And that can go right here just to give it a little different color. And what's really fun about this is whatever collection you're using, you can just take some little scraps and harvest some of that paper. And when you do that, you can make banners in whatever color you want. So if you're doing a birthday banner, you could use Birthday Bonanza and make a cute birthday banner. And if you're doing graduation, you could use the My Life Black and White or the graduation paper and make yourself some cute little banners. So that makes this very versatile, and it can go all the way across the page, or you can do what I'm doing and just do a little piece of it. But super, super fun, and you can use it for so many different things. So if you were thinking about this one, I would highly just do it. Highly recommend just do it. And I use this. This is actually a trip to an escape room, and I'm using a banner. So you could use it for anything. So this is a trip to go to an escape room, and my husband and my first date was at a place called the Blue Moose. And so this is not where we went on our first date. That was in North Dakota, but we were pretty excited to find a place called the Blue Moose right here in our area. And so we went ahead and grabbed that picture. So on this one, what I did was I measured from the 4 to the 2 so that I would know how to do my next banner. And this one's going to come in and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4 and this is the 2 over here. That's what's going to mirror it. Oh, out of tape. If you've never changed a tape runner before, you just open it up and this pops out. And then you take a refill. So don't throw that away. Don't ever throw that away, especially if you have a special sparkly one or something from a special promo, because then you can put your different tapes in it and have it be a different color. So spin back in. This is my repositionable. It is the best tape. And then we're just going to come over here and put this at the 8. And this at the 10, which is the equivalent of the 4 and the 2 over here. And then we're going to take our microtip scissors. Works better if you flip the paper over so you can see what you're doing. Love these microtip scissors. They are contoured. Look, things pull right off of it because they have that nice little Teflon coat. Hello, Cherie. Yay, you used it yesterday, Lisa? Yes. Yes, because it's awesome, right? So now these two are going to line up. See how nice that lines up? Because I used the measurements and I made it work perfectly. And now I am just going to pop up every other banner. And to do that, you're just going to take your multi-purpose tool. And now this is the part I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pry it up a little. And I want it to be on the black part. My little foam square is going to be on the black part. It's really going to help with that shadowing effect. And you put that down in there. So you want the black part to stay down. And the white part to come up. And it's going to just give it that cute little extra effect with the shadowing. Oh, Joe, I hate it whenever you see a fun idea and then you have to wait for it to get there. Oh, but be patient. It'll get there soon, I'm sure. Okay, so then we just made it wave. Easy peasy. So now on this other page, I'm going to put down some embellishments there. I will do a journal box over here and complete my double page spread. But look how nicely that waves across the page. So that was my main thing I wanted to teach you. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next week where we'll do something else fun. Have a great night. Thanks so much for being here.